Bar Heights here, Supreme Court's week 4 of our play dates. We are now joined by Brett Chappell, coach of the Hayden Lady Wildcats. Ramey Reed, their senior presence inside, and also Chrislyn Chappell, coach's daughter, who's the point guard. She's a sophomore. So, Coach, play dates, we didn't have these back in the day when we played. How do you think it's going out there, and how do you like the format of what we're doing here?
Love the play dates. It lets you see really what you're good at, what your weaknesses are, and gives you something really. It helps us put in a plan for the fall on what we got to work on to get better. And wish we'd have had them when we played. How much more it could have helped us, but these girls, it gives them a lot more opportunities, and it really equips us with knowing what we need to work on. So we really enjoyed the play dates.
So it looks like y'all love playing together. One thing, Coach, I love seeing is their body language. Like when there's a play, there's a questionable call, or there's something, they don't argue. They just play the next play.
Right.
You know, and that's something you don't always see. And I'm sure that's something he preaches. So for you two, first, Ramey, talk about your point guard a little bit. What do you like about her game, and what do you like about playing with her?
So she's always like trying to get somebody else open shots. She'll dribble down, make a move, and always look for somebody else rather than herself. So that's why she's
unselfish.
Yes, very unselfish. Very unselfish.
So, Kristen, what do you like about your post presence inside? Because she's extremely active and she gives you a big target in there.
Yes, Ramey's like the best player. When we have the ball, if we're down by a lot, Ramey can get us back up. She's just a great scorer.
Coach, I was impressed with just the length of your team. You know, it's the first time I've seen you guys play. I've actually been coming off 65 going that way through Hayden. I didn't realize it was 8 miles off the interstate, but it seems like a tight-knit community. And but when I was like, man, the length here and just the way you guys play. Speak to that a little bit and why that's a strength for your team.
Well, we do. I think we have 5 girls that are 6 foot or taller.
Yes.
And for a basketball program, that's pretty solid. It puts us in great situations. It also can get us in bad situations because you got to defend these young, quick guards that are getting up and down the floor. So we try to play a little zone, spread it out, use our length, and try to keep them out of those bad situations, having to get out and guard somebody a little quicker than them. We try to do a little zone press because that length, we don't have to make a lot of movement to get to the ball and get our hands on it and get a loose ball or a steal. So we utilize that length as much as we possibly can.
Well, I noticed, and you kept saying hands up, hands up, hands up. That's something we teach so much because if your hands are down, those passing lanes are wide open. And with y'all's length, especially in the half court, that can create problems for people. So we talked a little bit about the strengths, what you like about playing with each other. Ramey, what's something, you're a Montevallo commit, what's something that going into this year, like maybe this is a weakness that you want to work on this year to help your team that also will transcend into your game at the next level?
I think it would be, first of all, like dribbling. I'm not the best at dribbling, but I also need to learn how to be more confident in myself and confident in my teammates and know that they got my back no matter what.
Excellent answer. So, Kristen, what about you as a guard? As a young guard, you got the ball in your hands a lot. You're making a lot of decisions. What's one of the weaknesses that you'd like to work on to see yourself get better at before the start of the year?
Well, like Ramey said, I pass first, but sometimes when I am open, I need to shoot more, and I get better at shooting.
We all could get better at shooting. It just takes a little bit of work.
Don't listen to him. He can't get any better at it. He was the best.
Tired reps, man. You got to get those tired reps in. All right, Coach, let's speak a little bit about the area. Tough 5A area, Ramsey, Jasper, Carver. What's the expectation? This is your second year. 20-8 last year. In the first year, that's pretty good. Hayden's not really a name that you've seen pop up a lot in girls basketball. So how do you build on that going into this tough area?
We got to move from basketball just being something girls do to fill time during softball or volleyball to it meaning something. That's number one. We've got to change the culture at Hayden. And we did that. We have seniors playing for us that didn't even play last year.
That's excitement.
Because they didn't see it. And then they saw it, what these girls brought, what the community came out and supported, and everybody, the culture changed. And then now we have 6. Out of those 6, we had 2 or 3 that didn't even play last year. Seniors. So we're number one. We're trying to change the culture to where girls basketball at Hayden matters. Mm-hmm. We're not trying to compete with softball or volleyball, but we want it to matter like those sports do. And then once we get that and we get buy-in and we get girls coming up and they're loving basketball, we'll be able to compete and win area championships. You know, we won the regular season last year, got beat in the championship by 2 points by a good center point team. We can compete in girls basketball in 5A. But there's a lot of things we got to do to get better to be able to compete with Ramsey, Carver, and Jasper. But I think we can get there, and I think we'll be able to compete this year.
So girls, like he mentioned the support, I want to finish it up and close out with him talking about the support of the town, what they've done. But what, in each of your own words, maybe it's an example, or first for you, Rami, how important was it to see the support of the town come out when you started winning? Was it like wow?
So it was I was like, I can't believe it, because so I started on varsity my sophomore year, and we didn't ever have a student section. Like, nobody came to girls basketball games. It was always, come to 7 o'clock for watch the varsity boys game. It was never, go watch the varsity girls. Well, we started winning, and everybody started talking like, hey, y'all need to come watch them. And then I remember one day we were playing Springville, and we actually had a student section standing up, and I was just like, they're watching us? They're watching us? Because, I mean, yeah, girls basketball is a big deal, but normally everybody watches guys. And I'm not downgrading guys, but I'm just saying that a lot of people would rather watch guys than the girls. So it was a great feeling.
Anything you'd like to add to that? She said it about as good
Said
as you
it
can say it.
And not having,
Great.
and Bart, not just having butts in the seats. We got fed before all of our area games by the community. The churches, businesses were feeding our girls. I mean, we had Chick-fil-A waiting on us after school every time we had a game. And then in the area tournament and area championship, there wasn't a seat in the house for one girls game only, one high school girls game, and there was it was standing room only by the time the game started. So that's what we're talking about. We did a fundraiser where we did a sign, a banner, and raised like $12,000 from our community. And that was all businesses that donated. So the support's there, and it's wonderful to be in a community like that wants to give back. And then when you start winning, they start showing up.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, it's very obvious. I didn't know you really before we started chatting here. But it's obvious that you're doing it the right way. Hearing these girls talking about how they want to play together. And Chrislyn, Ramey, Coach, thank you for joining us. Hayden Lady Wildcats may be somebody folks, y'all might need to start paying attention. They play some good basketball, and the community's behind them, and we look forward to following y'all throughout the course of the year. Thank y'all for joining us today.
Thank you.